French Grand Prix is to be a two-day affair of 800 miles, the finest possible test of men and machines. There are new Fiats from Italy and Mercedes from Germany. Designers still concentrate on large engines in light chassis.
It is impossible to drive this with one hand. Like, I am trying, and I put a phone mount on it, but it shakes so bad that there's just no way. It did get a little warm trying to spin around and do donuts and stuff like that, but it does run and drive pretty good, actually. It's surprisingly controllable. I can only turn a little bit to the left, so I have to lengthen that steering arm just a little bit. But altogether, it was a pretty successful first test. It hand crank started no problem. And yeah, it's all good. It shifts through the gears. The transmission works. I don't see any fluids pouring on the ground other than the gas from me still using the choke to shut it off and not having I put a kill switch, but I haven't wired it yet. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do some more tests like this, but I gotta see why it's spitting out coolant so much. The pump is working, everything's working, but it's still getting warm. I wonder how hot it is. It's not hot. It's not that hot. It's probably just these engines. They never flowed very well. Like they didn't have very good cooling characteristics. Well, it was running pretty good, and I blew the rad for the third time, and it's my fault for the third time. See, the second time I was drilling these and got distracted by phone calls and just general stupidity and forgot to take the shell off. I had it all unbolted, but I didn't take the shell off to mount the rad, the emblem, and I drilled right through the rad. That was my fault, and I was really mad. But, you know, it was my fault, and I just went and paid to fix the rad. This time, it's one of the little screws that holds the grill guard in, clearly rubbed through the rad. It didn't rub before, but the vibration of driving down the road caused it to rub through the rad. I didn't think it stuck out that far, and now I wrecked the radiator for the third time. It's getting to be quite old, actually. I'm getting very sick of this radiator, and it's all my fault. It's not even the radiator's fault. But it was running great and driving okay. It is impossible to record. Impossible. There's so much vibration on this driveline, like because of the engine is hard mounted, that you can't put a camera anywhere. Like, I put a camera on the rear tank, and it shook so violently that it wouldn't even record. It was just blur. And I tried putting it on the hood, and it was just blur. Like, nightmare. All right, so let's try this. It's windy, obviously. We're gonna take this thing for a spin. I fixed the radiator now, and I even made a really cheesy helmet adapter so I could put my phone on a helmet. We'll see if it works. This is a test. We've already checked the oil. It's holding water. We'll prime the cups. I've already got the choke a little bit and the timing a little bit retarded. It's in neutral because I rolled it out here by hand. And let's see if the helmet cam mount likes the turning it over. From what I remember, it does like a little throttle, just a little. Yeah. Let's find out. Oh. More choke, I guess. Try more choke. Really? The only thing I changed on this thing is it's got, better check to make sure fuel's on. I checked, I added a shut off button that I haven't tested yet on the Magneto, but it might just be cold. Yeah, it might just be cold. Huh. I guess I'll keep trying. Usually starts faster than this though. Full choke. I don't know what it'll do. But the heat is off in my garage now for summer. And it is. Being a little stubborn. I gave it a little more throttle. Oh, it's gonna go now. Take this bad boy for a test drive. Oh yeah, man, it's rough. My yard's very rutted. All right, let's do this. Oh, there we go. It's much easier to drive with two hands. Let's see if we have brakes. I adjusted the brakes. Oh yeah, we have brakes. They're not terrific brakes, but this is 1912 we're talking here. We're gonna do a hard start. Oh yeah. Third gear, top hole. Shift out into neutral, test the brakes. The brakes actually work pretty good. I'm actually impressed with the brakes. We'll do a turnaround in this oil lease. this thing drives good. I'm actually impressed. It's not as fast as I'd like, but it seems to run good. It seems to drive good. It's still spilling coolant out, but that's to be expected. It's running warm. It's running decent, I should say. Oh! Yeah. Everything seems okay. I got nothing to whine about. Let's drive this thing some more. Ugh. I don't know how fast we're going, but I would think it can't be much more than 60 kilometers an hour, maybe. I'm not whining though. It is pretty sweet. Exactly what I thought it would be. We're gonna try the brakes here. I'm braking. Yep. The brakes work really good. It's got some oil leaks, but because there's no gaskets, because you can run this thing with the doors off. No real bad leaks other than a little bit of coolant, which I expected. Not the end of the world. Yeah, we're gonna make peace with the coolant leaks. I'm not worried about that. There seems to be blow-by. That's got crankcase pressure, so that needs to be plugged. Or I could put a tube there that oils the chain. That's my next choice, but yeah, everything's working great. Wow, this thing is a success story so far. Let's do a second gear start off. Peel some rubber. Oh yeah. Oh. Bad vibration, but I mean, for the era of the car, that's probably not unusual. Oh, my shut-off button works. Man, this is just a day of days. I'm impressed. So we've got blow-by coming out this hole. I've been wondering where this oil's been coming from, and it's right here. This threaded hole goes into the pan. I wonder if that was a hold down bolt for the water pump that would have been mounted here originally that actually served as a through hole with lubrication or something. I don't know. There just isn't enough records on these things. But wow, really good so far. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. The fan being a little loose is just part of the game. The cooling system being questionable is just part of the game. This is a non-pressurized cooling system, so it's gonna leak a little, it's gonna spray a little. Cars in this era, they did this stuff. Some of them didn't even have water pumps. I've still got some little leaks on top of the head that I'm gonna have to fix, but it's just essentially, once it's up to temp, you have to keep tightening the plug holders. Yeah, wow, this thing's great. Now that it's warmed up, I bet it starts like a dam. Let's find out. Choke all the way off. We're out of gear. Everything's good. Fuel cap's all loose and probably leaking gas all over the place. Yeah, that's nice. Go team. Oh, let's see how she starts. I bet you it just starts like it's nothing. It does like a little throttle. I'm gonna give it a little throttle. There we go. The throttle's a hair on the sticky side, but only at the bottom of the travel. Once you open the throttle up, it shuts. But that's good for starting. Yep. Oh yeah, I am more than impressed. Yep. Well, I'm gonna park this thing for now and figure out where to park it for a little bit while I work on the next car. Yeah! There is a bit of a noise. I'm gonna have to check and make sure the transmission's not coming loose on its mounts, because that's what it seems like. Look at this, look at this. It's just, that is spectacular. Man, is that cool. This thing's just a total success story now, except for, you know, the leaks and the vibrations and all the other stuff. But really, wow, this thing's 113 years old right now. I mean, not the whole car. I built most of the car, but that engine's 113 years old. And who knows when it was actually rebuilt. I went through it, but I didn't technically rebuild it. I didn't replace any parts. They're probably 70 years old. Yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love it.